man, what a busy morning it's been already. It's a busy Thursday, dude, and we haven't even started the show yet, but great to be back with everybody. Quick turnaround, Tony. Night Flight, Arrow, high noon Thursday. That's how we like to rock and roll. And it's been too long, brother. Where have the chat? Give me another one and turn it up. Turn it up. That's a better level. That's a better level. Nice and loud. Yes.
Levels. It's all about levels. Paulie, right out of the gate.
I almost dropped an F-bomb right then. Are you dropping Kramer on me?
Yes. Yeah.
Levels, Jerry. Levels, dude. He's not, he's got it's a great call. I could use a few levels around here myself. Give me a couple of levels. Yeah.
How about I need levels and I need just less clutter, buddy. So you know what?
Come on, bro. Yeah, we're the kings of clutter, dude. Remember
we all like to be able to live an uncluttered life, a simple life, a good life.
That's all. Just give me less freaking clutter.
That's too.
All. So by the way, Paulie, I cannot wait until December 26th, by the way. I'm not a humbug guy. I love the holidays, love Christmas, but just get me to freaking December 26th.
By the way, do you ever just stop and just analyze the sound? Humbug.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Humbug. What does that even mean? Humbug. When was the last time you dropped a humbug on somebody? Hey, Merry Christmas, Paulie. Oh, yeah? Humbug. I might try that just to see what the reaction is. Merry Christmas to me. How about this? Humbug.
Dude, that's why I love the movie Scrooged. Oh, by the way, a little tease for Tony's top 3 later in the show. But I do love the movie Scrooged with Bill Murray. Great holiday movie. But Paulie, I wanted to say, I need you to go right to your soundboard because of what today is for a certain somebody.
Yeah,
we are very excited, and I know one of the greatest sound bites we've ever put into the freaking universe. Other than this person saying it is
okay. I know where you're going. Yeah.
So can we just wish this person a happy birthday after your soundbite, please, Paul, if you can engage.
And there's other guys that just burst in your dressing room and say, "Where's the dope?"
There he is. That's Keith Reed. Happy birthday, Uncle Keith. I freaking love you, buddy. You do your thing today. Have a smoke, have a scotch, whatever you're doing at this age. I hope you have a great one, Keith, because I love him. I love Richard so much. I'll tell you this real quick about Keith. Not only is he like the heartbeat of the Rolling Stones, wrote all those great songs. I saw Keith and the Expensive Winos at the Beacon Theater in New York City. Yeah, in 93. Freaking amazing just to see Richards with his own band. And that was a real treat. I'll never forget that gig. In any case, but yes, Tony, where's the dope? Happy birthday, Keith. Great way to start the show today.
Absolutely, dude. 82 years young. 80 freaking 2 and still strumming. Although, is there truth to the news or rumor that they're canceling their European tour?
Yeah, the funny thing about this, yes, that is accurate. But the funny thing is, here's what's funny about that story. They never even announced a tour to cancel. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there was no dates, there were no tickets on sale, and they're like, there are rumors, hey, they've canceled the tour. Well, they never even announced the tour, so I wouldn't read too deeply into that. I think the Stones will be playing again at some point, but I did hear that story. Yeah.
Nice, and shout out 82 John Taylor, 82, and Rags. I see Rags on the chat. He says his mom turned 81 yesterday.
Oh, Dolores! Oh, happy birthday, Dolores. Rags, tell your mom I said happy birthday. Give her a big hug for me. Yeah, Dolores. That's Rags'. That's Rags' old lady. Yeah.
Phenomenal. Her name is Dolores. It reminds me of the Mulva episode of Seinfeld.
Dolores, come, Dolores. Mulva. Yeah. If you know, you know. That's a little Seinfeld there. I know. Yeah, Dolores. So yeah.
Dolores. You don't meet a lot of Doloreses anymore.
No, dude, they're phasing that one out. I like the name Dolores. It's very
you don't
pretty.
Need a lot of no Florences.
That was my grandmother's name. My Italian grandmother was named Florence. That was her name.
Yeah, dude, my grandmother's was Evelyn and Elcilia. Ooh. Evelyn and Elcilia. Elcilia, we called her Elsie. That was my uncle. My grandmother, my mom's mom, my uncle Paul's mom too, and then Evelyn, my dad's mom. So. May they rest in peace.
Hey, Tony, I want to start the show as I generally like to. I would like to. Hey, look at Escobar wishing Rags' mom a happy birthday. That's killer, man. Oh, your mom had her hands full beyond belief. Your poor mom and your dad, rest in peace, dude. You put them through a lot. Don't even get. All of us did. I put my old man through a lot too. Jesus H.
Oh, I put my parents through. I snuck out the car when I was 14 years old.
Nice. That's a good one. Yeah.
My mom. Maybe I have to get my mom on the show someday. Because my mom tells the story where I didn't even know this, but I drove past my mom. She was driving the other way.
Fantastic.
And supposedly I had my arm out the window, driving with one hand on the steering wheel and the other arm out the window. She tells the story great.
I'm going to guess you probably had some Rat in the tape deck too. There's a good chance.
Definitely cranking some 80s metal on my way to see, I think her name was Katrina. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was Katrina or Denise.
Hurricane Katrina. Yeah,
exactly. But I snuck out the car, and now kids don't even want to sneak out the car because
they don't know what they're missing. They don't know what they're. Let me give you one of my stolen car stories. Here they come, Mom. Don't worry. This is a long time ago. So Rags and I had another hooligan friend of ours in New Jersey. His name was Chris Scuderi, and his nickname became Scoo because his last name was because it was Scuderi. He was Italian. Chris Scuderi, nicknamed Scoo. Here's the deal. Summer. I remember this day vividly because of how much trouble we got into.
Yeah.
It was a summer of '85. I had a broken ankle. I broke my ankle playing basketball, so I had a cast on up to my knee. My friend Chris Scuderi goes, "You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take my mom's car out and we're gonna drive to the mall." And I'm like, "Well, we're both 16. We don't have anything." And he goes, "Yeah, don't even worry about it. I can drive." I go, "Okay, let's go." So I jump in. He's driving. We drive to any Jersey people in the house, you'll love this one. We went to the Rockaway Mall. Nice. And I go to the Rockaway Mall. And ready, Tony? I bought 2 records that day. I'll never forget this. I bought U2 War on vinyl. Ooh. And I bought Motley Crue Theater of Pain. Now, again, we had taken the stolen car to the mall to buy these records. We come home. Here's what happens. We're upstairs. We're playing the new records. That's how people used to do it. You go to the record store, you buy the record, you hang out, you listen to it, and we're hanging out. And all of a sudden, Scoo's mom comes in, and she goes, "Chris, has someone been driving the car?" And again, we're 16, dude. And in Jersey, you have to be 17 to get a license. We had nothing. No learner's permits, nothing. And she goes, "Chris, what have you been driving the car?" And we say, no, we've just been sitting here listening to records. And then she drops this one on us. "Well, then why is the hood of the car warm?" And I was like, ooh, she got us dead to rights, man. She felt the hood of the car. She could tell when somebody had been driving that bad boy because the engine was hot. Anyway, not exactly a stolen car, but a borrowed car without any permission. No, Emmy, I was driving regularly at 15. Yeah. You know what I mean? It happens.
Oh my God, Paulie, that is fantastic. That reminds me of Cameron in Ferris Bueller, how he's driving the car in reverse to try and turn the mileage back on the odometer.
I like it when the car's flying through the air and those like parking lot attendant guys are like laughing like the car is like flying like the old man's car. All right, Tony, so that is the stolen car portion of the show today. We're going to move on to other topics. I was going to say
really quick, Paulie, sorry, you mentioned U2, and I just want to give a shout out to a song that I just heard the other day, and it's been ages since I heard this tune, and I'm like, God damn, that bass and that rhythm section is on fire.
Which one?
Two Hearts Beat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a lot of slapping. Adam Clayton used to slap a lot. Bam, bam. Yeah.
I hadn't heard that song in ages, and I'm like, my goodness, man. Because I used to give Adam Clayton a little crap about, like, just like dun, dun, dun.
No,
dun,
he can play.
Dun.
He can play.
That guy. I mean, and it's early. That's what album is that? What album is that?
That's on War. That's on the album.
Stolen
Car. Yeah.
Exactly. So hopefully, when you tell that story, I'm envisioning you guys are rocking out to that rhythm section. Two Hearts Beat as one. Just want to give my respect.
Noemi, I got to take a private moment with Noemi, Lady Catalina, Licensed to Drive. Corey Haim, Corey Feldman. Dude, one of my favorites, Noemi. Phenomenal. One of my freaking favorites. And I showed that to my kids when they were little. We watched that driving scene with the instructor so many times. Like the dude gets in the car, like the angry driving instructor. He goes, some people like to use a clipboard. I don't believe in them. And he throws the clipboard out the window. And he goes, what I do believe in is my cup of coffee. Yeah. I'm going to put this cup of coffee on the dashboard. And if you spill it, you fail. And he's got him like driving through like, the South Bronx and stuff. And he's like, all right, I want you to parallel park right here. And there's like, cars backing out, trucks unloading. There's a space like this big. Parallel park right here. By the way, how the times have changed. I taught both of my sons how to drive a few years ago. It was I was the guy doing that. And turns out when you take the road test in California now, they don't even have parallel parking. It's not even part of the road test. These kids are getting off easy. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yep. You do not have to parallel park on your road exam anymore, which is pretty freaking crazy.
Dude, I failed my road exam the first time through because I made a lane change in an intersection.
Nice. Did you have your arm out the window too?
No.
Yeah.
No arm out the window. I was 10-2, man. I was white knuckling it.
You have to be when you're taking a test. You have to be 10-2. Yeah.
But the instructor, right after I got to the intersection, he goes, "Oh, that's it. Turn around, take us back to the DMV." And I go, "Wait, what? Why?" And he goes, "You just failed." I was like, "Oh,
damn, that was quick." Yeah, that was a quick one. But anyway, Noemi, license to drive rules. And one last note on that movie, totally kind of forgotten 80s movie. Corey Feldman, Corey Haim, and the lovely starlet of that film is a very young Heather Graham. Before she became like a movie star, she starred in that movie as like the object of their desire, if you will. Hey, I want
to back to your parallel. I got a couple things first, Paul, and we're gonna get into Thursday Night Football.
We have to. It's a big game tonight. Huge game tonight. I've got some funny comments about that, but go ahead.
Yes, huge tilt tonight up in Seattle. We got some fun birthdays to get into, college football playoff, Niners, Colts. But Paulie, back to your parallel parking. That kind of really ticks me off that they don't have to do that, because I get such a sense of joy and pride when I parallel park well.
Me too. And I would say this too. I don't normally do this, but I'm gonna pat myself on the back and I'm gonna say, I'm a really good parallel parker.
Dude, same.
I'll get into any spot, anywhere, anytime. You want to see parallel park? You come see me.
I don't need these Hummers that are doing the crab walk either, dude. But they're
kind
of
how to do it. They're in, they're out, they're in, they're out, they're in, they're out, they're straightening, coming back in, out. It's like these guys, dude, it's one fluid motion. It's one fluid motion. You just got to you got to turn your way.
Use the mirrors. And, I feel like the backup cam is cheating too. The rear bumper cam is also cheating. Like we had to parallel park back in the days without the rear view camera. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's the primary. I think that's the reason that they don't do it anymore, because cars are equipped with those mirrors. I guess they think that kids can just do that by looking in the I don't even use the mirror when I parallel park. I don't. I do it old school. I look over I got my hand on the seat and I'm looking over the window, doing this whole routine. Oh yeah,
you are a big hand on the passenger seat.
I got to get my wing up there, man. I got to get a wing on the seat while I'm like spinning. I'm like, that's my motion. All right. Anyway,
dude, learn to parallel park and learn how to drive stick. Okay, come on. That's my generation. Kind of like how I want anybody who's interested in radio production or audio production to learn how to cut reel to reel first, so you appreciate how easy digital editing is compared to physical analog editing was back in the day. Everybody should learn that task, and also everybody that drives a car should learn stick shift and parallel parking. Let's go.
Escobar Cheeks III is tapping into something pretty interesting as far as human behavior goes. Bro, you're 100% right. Turning down the volume when you parallel park. I've done it. It's better concentration. Escobar, great call, bro. Sometimes I need silence. I mean, hold on. I got a parallel park. Let me turn this down. You know what I mean? And I get the hand and I'm doing it. Great call, dude. Great call. Great call.
Hang on.
Oh, yeah. It's business time.
Dude, we got some supers, brother, that we got to get to, P, right out of the gates.
Yeah.
Escobar, I'm just going to read this, and then we'll probably just move on from it, but he says, and thank you for the super, Escobar. Love you, Cheeks. And he says, I understand that we tolerate our friends, but I'm reaching my limit with MB. And I'm just going to leave it at that. And it's hashtag free Murph, hashtag defund the playoffless Chiefs, hashtag no shaman, and hashtag no butt stuff. You hear that, Josh Hart? You hear that, Jalen Brunson? You hear that, New York Knicks hoisting the freaking Emirates trophy like it's the Larry O'Brien. I watched that again this morning. I'm like, this is such a joke.
It's a joke. They should be embarrassed. It basically solidifies the idea that the Knicks are not going to win a damn thing this year. If you're that happy about the NBA Cup, dude, get the F out of here with the NBA Cup. It's meaningless. I will say this, though. In defense of Jalen Brunson, it ain't his fault. He was standing there like a gentleman. Totally. Next thing you know, he's got a thumb in his cheeks. It's like, whoa, hey, what are we doing here?
But the fact that thought crept into Josh Hart's head while they're celebrating is so bizarre.
I'm with you. Who does that? Even I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's got to be a limit somewhere. Again,
Paulie, like you, we are huge fans of jackassery, but that just doesn't seem like, and all eyes are on them, and and they're out in front of the stage, like. And
hey, great job tonight. You played a great game. Let me get my thumb in your cheeks. Hang tight. Here it comes. Bam. By the way, and I love on the video that you showed the sound that was built in, like flump, like when he puts his like hand in there, it's like you got that little sound. Do you have access to that still? Can you show that?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it right now.
Encore it one more time, just for the absurdity of it all.
We did play this last night, and we can just show it again because it is outrageous. And if I can just find it real quick, where
do you think, buddy? Do you think?
Yeah.
You got Tony, by the way, don't sleep on Creative Tony's hat game. Have you guys noticed that this kid rocks like a new lid every day? You're right. What is that, the California Bear? Is that what you got?
This is the California Bear. This is from Big John, who runs the American Industrial Center building here that we are at Longbridge Pizza. And he gave me this hat the other day. So he used to work on film sets, and this was the hat that they all wore on the set of The Matrix 4.
Wow.
So
okay.
Inside the bear, you can see like computer code, and you can see like certain words are in there, like San Francisco and California and Matrix. Wow. Yeah, it's.
I'm glad
cool
I brought it up. What a great story! I'm glad I inquired about.
Well, he's a fellow bald man. We got to protect our scalps, man, because that's a epicenter for skin cancer if you're not careful. So you just got to be careful for those bald men out there. You can get sunspots, you can get all that stuff. So I wear hats all the time.
Shout out to Dom Peralta, dude, quoting the Swaggy P. I got a hat, as you can see. Great call, Dom. Great call. Way to pull that out of nowhere.
Dude, how about, Paulie, my search from last night just popped up in my search again.
Yeah.
Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, thumb was my search from last night. So here we go. I'm going to pull it back up again just for fun and just for
and I will say this too, before we watch the video, Tony, there's something even more objectionable about it, considering that he chose the thumb. You know what I mean? Like it's the thumb. I mean, it makes it all the more vile. I don't know how, but like a thumb, really, dude? Okay.
For those of you that weren't on the night flight last night, we showed this last night, but we're going to show it again. Jalen Brunson right there in the front. They're holding the Emirates Cup like it's the Larry O'Brien, and they're celebrating like they won the NBA championship. And Josh Hart has his right hand on Jalen Brunson's shoulder. And then just watch from here. Here we go. Slide down. Then you heard the sound effect too.
Yeah, and Brunson's ready to fight. Like he turns around like he's ready to throw hands with somebody.
Well, dude, Hart has his hands all over him. Like look at the beginning of his video.
I see, dude, you might as well get it over with and just start making out. I mean, let's get this over with. Yeah.
Fine. I mean, if you're going to celebrate the Emirates Cup, celebrate with a makeout. Here we go.
I would love that so much. Yeah, what the hell? And then he's playing it off like it wasn't me. I don't get it. I don't get Nick's humor. I just don't.
Greg, it makes me taints. I didn't even mean to do that.
Interesting choice of words. A little Freudian slip there, buddy. Yeah.
I was gonna say it taints the Knicks and my love of Jalen Brunson. Although Brunson, like you said, is innocent. But is it like some inside joke between the two of them? Did they do this to each other? I don't know. Whatever.
What would you do, Tony, right now on the Polymac Particle Show? What would you do if I told you I could present to you right now? I could give you a song where the word taint is part of the lyrics. What would you say?
I think you could, and I think I might be able to as well. But go.
Oh,
ahead.
well, can you guess the band first? Just a broad stroke. If you can guess the band, I'll give you the song and I'll give you the lyric.
No, but I was gonna say Van Halen at first, but
well, close, same idea. No, I'm gonna take you back to 1977. This is the Kiss album called Love Gun, and none other than Mean Gene Simmons coming in with the lyric that said, and the song, by the way, the song is called Plaster Caster, and it's about those groupies that used to make plaster casts of the rock stars that would come through LA. These girls would make casts of famous musicians, members, we'll say, members. Mm-hmm. So Gene wrote a song about them, and he says, I tell you, it's unbelievable. The more I think about it, Plaster Caster. This is the lyric. The taint is getting complicated. My love is in her hands. There's no more waiting. She understands. Plaster Caster. Grab a hold of me faster. If you want to see my love, just ask her. That's me and
Wow.
Gene. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, is that so? Gene's writing those lyrics, not Stanley.
Gene's writing those. Who else would come up with like? I think I'm going to use the word taint in this lyric right here. Taint. Yeah, dude. See, we use the word taint in a lyric. That's insane.
And that is a great call. By the way, Beat LA, Robot Centaur, both saying "Tainted Love" is another tune you could throw out there.
I love Tainted Love.
Don't touch me, please. I cannot stand the way you please.
Totally.
So, Paulie, okay, moving on in the show, before we give love to Carlos De La Fuente of Flex Funding, and before we give it to Dr. Young. Oh, well, I have an update about Dr. Young. Literally, as we speak, there's something happening at Dr. Young's office we can get into when we talk about the Young Dental Group. I'm trying to find the right backdrop. Come on, where are we going? There we go. Sorry about that. Paulie, Thursday Night Football tonight.
Yes, sir.
And I know we have our 30 on Thursday that we're going to do for Cron 4, but
check it out, you guys. We should encourage this more often. We're not very good self-promoters. We should probably be doing a lot more of this. Please do check out our work on Cron 4 and the Cron 4 Plus app. We do a new installment every Thursday specifically for Cron 4. It's not really part of this show, but it's an extension of it. They've asked us to give them a 30-minute show every Thursday where Tony and I basically preview Thursday Night Football. We always preview the Niner game, and then we pick a couple of other big NFL games as well as a college game. So I think we're going to talk about Oklahoma, Alabama this afternoon, obviously Niners, Colts, and this big game tonight. Dude, it's funny. Let me show you a funny picture.
I apologize. Go. I just have to give Tuba Sun God some love. He said R.I.P. David Ball, and so I went and looked it up. David Ball, the co-founder of Soft Cell, the band responsible for Tainted Love, passed away this year. So passed away in October 22nd. So yes, rest in peace, David Ball. I just wanted to give that update.
I'm going to listen to Tainted Love today after the show. It's
great track.
It is. I haven't heard it in ages either. All right, so Tony, on the game tonight, I found this really funny image. I sent it out on a text earlier today about this is the only time you'll ever see this because I think it was it Pine Needle before the show started? I made a note. Yeah, it was Pine Needle. Before the show started today, Pine Needle actually posted this. I'll give him my pre-show post of the day award, where he said, all it said was, Pine Needle, go Seahawks.
Yes.
How often are you going to ever hear any Niner fans say that? But you were saying it this morning. I'm saying it. And to fortify that, check this out. Do you remember when the Rodney King riots went down in Los Angeles and it was mayhem down there and it was a terrible time? But the Bloods and the Crips actually joined forces and walked towards the police. They tied the blue and red bandanas together and they held them up in the sign of unity. Somebody did a spoof on this. Look at this for tonight, dude. Look at this.
Oh, wow. Unite. Niners and Seahawks unite. Well, Paulie, and we have a couple of supers to get back to. That's awesome, by the way. We're part of the 12th man tonight. We are a part of the 12th.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I guess we are. Although I got to be honest with you, Tony, I don't know. I feel like the Rams are going to win this game. I do. And I'll tell you why, but you go ahead. You give me your feel first and I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
The Seahawks defense, man, is a force to be reckoned with. They've only given up 25 points in their last 3 games combined. Granted, their strength of schedule has not been the toughest, but to have that lockdown D, that includes a freaking full-on shutout, dude. A shutout, right? So how often do you see a shutout in the NFL? Very rarely. So unless you're the Raiders, by the way. But Paulie, so my point is that their defense is really good, and I think they're going to focus on getting into Stafford, right, and making him very uncomfortable, because Stafford, when he gets comfortable, he can carve you up. I think they're going to try and see if the ground game can. They got the Blake Corum and Kyron Williams combo, test them to beat them, and try and lock down Puka Nacua, lock down Stafford, pass rush. The O-line for the Rams better be ready, because I think the Seahawks are going to be coming fast and furious all night long after Stafford to make him uncomfortable and not let him get settle into that pocket and get comfortable. So,
all right, I would say this to respond to all that. I think for starters, I will admit this. My kind of perception of the Seattle Seahawks has been slightly altered after what I saw last week with Old Man Rivers up there, because Old Man Rivers. Dude, Phillip Rivers with that funky body and the kind of little gut he's got going and that weird, grandpa kind of throw thing he does. He looks so weird when he's out there. Dude, he almost went up there and got a win. Think about that. This is a guy who hasn't played in 4 or 5, 6 years, whatever it's been. He throws some pads on, dude. He's throwing touchdowns in Seattle. So to your point about how great their defense is, yeah, Seattle's defense it's formidable. They're no joke. There are a lot of people that are saying it's like Legion of Boom 2.0, and their linebackers are great. Their corners are physical. It's the same old kind of recipe we're used to with them. But the fact that the Colts, dude, the diminished Colts. By the way, DeForest Buckner did not play in that game. I don't think he did. I think he was hurt that game, so he didn't get out there. And again, Phillip Rivers under center, and you're like almost walking out of there with a win. That kind of changes the way and let me tell you something right now that you already know. The Rams ain't no Indianapolis Colts. These guys can put points on the board in a hurry, and they do it in bundles, dude. They can explode like in a 5-minute window. They can put 10, 14 points on the board. 2 11-3 teams. You got to respect them both. But again, and you know what's crazy about this game too? To me, the Rams are underdogs. Like that is surprising to me. I thought the Seattle Seahawks would be home dogs. They're not.
Yeah.
But I just think, Tony, I think it's a case where the Rams are just going to simply outscore them. I think it's. I'm not saying it's a shootout, but I think when the smoke clears, the Rams have just more firepower on offense. So I think they're just going to outscore them and win this game that way, just offensively.
So and we have more supers to get to, by the way, Paulie. But first of all, looking at the last 5 weeks, right? So Darnold threw 4 picks against the Rams.
The other thing. Thank you for reminding me. Right, Darnold's been a little sketchy lately.
Well, no, there was 4 picks against the Rams, and then he's thrown 1 pick in the next 4 games. So of the 5 games, he has 5 picks total in the last 5 games. 4 of them were against the Rams and on November 16th. Now,
that's a hell of a stat you just pulled out.
Right? But dude, that game against the Rams in LA came down to a field goal, right? And I think the Seahawks missed a field goal, I believe, in that game, if I remember correctly.
Escobar was just saying that on the chat.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the fact that that Darnold threw 4 TDs and it still came down to a field goal on the road in LA makes me feel confident about the Seahawks at home with the pumped up crowd noise and the 12th man and making Stafford uncomfortable.
Tom Peralta said it best, F the 12th man. And it's really funny because Tony and I are pretty much pro Seattle in every way. Like we're pro music scene. A lot of my favorite bands of all time are from Seattle. I know Tony's the same way. Yep. It's a beautiful city. Tony and I were up there walking the streets of Seattle a few years ago. It's a great, great town. The Seahawks are just so effing objectionable, and their fans and this piped in noise. It's just obnoxious. And by the way, I got no problem with the Kraken. Okay. I don't. I'm pro-Kraken, pro-Kraken. I got no problem with the Mariners. They're not bothering anybody. They're just up there doing their thing. And Adam Silver is saying they're going to probably go back and stick a new NBA team in Seattle sometime in the next 5 years.
Yeah, the Key Arena, dude. The Key Arena is right by the Needle. It's a great part of town.
No question. And they never should have lost to Sonics in the first place. That whole thing was an abomination. And Seattle is a great basketball town. So I'm cool with all of it, except the Hawks. That's my only beef is with the Seahawks.
Yeah, there's something. By the way, 2 things. Do you think Josh Hart's favorite hockey team is the Kraken? Sorry, bad joke.
100%. Give it a Keith laugh, dude. You got to punctuate that. That was great. Yes, it is the Kraken.
Horrible joke.
No. I endorse it, brother. Let's get Juvenile up in this piece. Come on.
And also, have you seen? I just saw this last night. Video of Sean Kemp talking about how he basically smoked up before most of his games when he was playing for the Sonics.
Well, I know he's not the only one. I don't want to give anybody away, but those NBA guys, dude, they enjoy their puff give. I can tell you that much. And I think we all know who some of the usual suspects are. But yeah, I didn't know that, but I'm not surprised.
Herb is a plant.
Yeah.
Herbs are good for everything.
So, and then the video goes on to show a bunch of Sean Kemp highlights, and it's like, God, I forgot how ferocious he was.
Yeah, Gary Payton. I mean, they had some great teams, man. They had a Sonics team went to the finals, I believe. Didn't the Sonics play the Bulls one of those years? I'm pretty sure they did.
Yes, they did. Sean Kemp talks about that. And he talks about how he was puffing before those games. So, but back to tonight's game.
Thank you.
I am very excited about this game. The same way I was very excited about the Dallas-Detroit game a couple Thursday nights ago. Remember this too, Paulie. Detroit just dropped 34 points on the Rams last week. So the Rams defense is not as stout as it was earlier in the season. And what if I was to tell you that in the last 4 weeks, Stafford has thrown more picks than Darnold. Stafford's thrown 3 picks in the last 4 weeks. Darnold's only thrown 1.
Well,
so it's interesting to see how this. It's like who's going to throw more picks tonight? Really,
it is interesting, but I have a lot more. Boy, I can't believe we're like talking about the Rams and the Seahawks. It's unfortunate, but I got to tell you,
matchup for the NFC West and
huge,
the Niners.
it's freaking huge, man.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's a playoff game. Essentially, this is a playoff game tonight. That's why I love December football, man. I love this time of the year in the NFL because there's so many games, and they're not the only one. How about this game? Packers at the Bears. That's essentially for the division right there. You mentioned,
is that game going to be in Northwest Indiana or is it going to be in Chicago? I'm just curious.
How about that, dude? You want to talk about pissing off a fan base? That jackass owner of the Bears is like, yeah, we might move the team to Indiana. I'm sure that'll go great in Chicago. That's a great sports town, Chicago. Yeah. And you know they love their freaking Bears, man. So moving them out of Illinois would be a horrendous mistake. I wanted to go back to what you said though about the Lions. I will say this. Yes, the Lions put up a lot of points on the Rams, but I think that's a credit to the Lions offense, and the Seattle Seahawks do not have an offense like the Lions. When that Detroit team is revving on all cylinders, they're a lot like the Rams offensively. They can, like you said, they can put up a lot of points and they can do it in a hurry. But I just don't see I don't see Seattle being able to stop that offensive machine. I could easily be wrong, of course.
Well, don't sleep on Jackson Smith and Jigba, and also don't sleep on Kenneth Walker, Charbonnet. Like that, like they've got some weapons of their own. But you're right. The Rams D in the middle of the season, like that Niner game was a battle on October 2nd. When we were up at the winery.
The thing I always think about with that game is when because Mac Jones got his head handed to him in that game. He was getting beat up so freaking hard. And at one point, like late in the fourth quarter, like he got sacked. There were 3 guys pulling him down. And when he stood up, his pants were coming down. And Tony's like, oh my God, look, his pants are coming down. Like we were at that big event. And I always think about that. I think Mac Jones's cheeks, move over, Escobar. We got new cheeks on the block. But that's like my big memory of that game is that Mac Jones's pants fell down. You don't see that every day on an
that
NFL
was
field.
a trip, and that was such a battle of a game. Mac Jones God, if there's ever a game where Mac Jones showed me his true grit, it's that game.
Yeah, he's a tough kid.
The Robot Centaur Sports Desk just chiming in. This is why we love you, Fareed. Love you, Robot Centaur. He says that Bears Packers game's on Saturday. Just want to alert everybody that we're getting into Saturday and Sunday football games this weekend. So,
Tony, how about if you love football like we all do, you're basically hitting like this kind of euphoric, like just incredible piece. So how about this? Tomorrow we got Oklahoma, Bama. Sorry, thank you, Bama, Oklahoma. Then Saturday you got the Packers and the Bears. There's another game on Saturday too. I think there's a couple of them. And then you got Sunday, you got Monday. So it's a great time of year to be a football fan, and I'm looking forward to all of it. But again, for this one tonight, Tony, I'm sticking with the Rams. I think they're just gonna outscore Seattle. And by the way, Pine Needle, I hadn't heard this, but Pine Needle just posted on the board that they're expecting rain in Seattle, so that could definitely affect everything offensive tonight. That's a good call, Pine Needle. I didn't see that.
Emilio Vanilli says, blame it on the rain, Paulie, but I want to alert people to the schedule that we were talking about. Yes, tonight, Rams at Seattle. Then Saturday, yes, Philly at Washington and Green Bay at Chicago, and then the rest of the Sunday slate. And then you've got the college football playoff, dude. Like you said, Bama and Oklahoma Friday night. Yeah, tomorrow night. And then you got James Madison against Oregon. You've got Tulane versus Ole Miss, and you got Miami versus Texas A&M all on Saturday. So that is, like you said, full from starting tonight through Monday, basically, is just
nonstop ball.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not nothing better, dude. Lying around watching ball for like 5 straight days. Tony, do you want to do a Carlos De La Fuente piece right here, or do you want to go to Dr. Young? You can call it.
Would that be Carlos De La Fuente of Flex Funding, Paulie?
The one and only.
Give us the loose. Give us the loose.
Hell yeah.
Give us the loose. Give us the loose. Give us the loose. Give us the loose.
Keep drumming, Tony. I like that.
What loan would you like?
Come on.
Give us the loose.
So good.
That's actually a good jam right there. That's a good jam. Wah, 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 wah. Ba, 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 da, ba. There's a lot going on right there, man.
Can't thank David Shanklin or NorCal Refrigeration HVAC enough for those tunes and Pine Needles tunes too. Yes, yes, Paulie, go.
Well, no, I'm just going to say that speaking of music and great music, I just want to remind everybody, you're only going to get to see the handsome face and the hat choices of a Creative Tony for 2 more days, today and tomorrow, because he's taking time off. I'll be around. I'll be around. I'm going to be doing a couple of shows next week, couple of shows a week after that, and then I'm taking a week the first week of January. So it's going to be like a kind of a little bit less in terms of the output. So enjoy Tony while you got him. And I wanted to say, Tony, speaking of live music, because since you won't be around to talk about this next week, just reminding anybody in the PNP community, especially my buddy Jamar Stamp. I know he's a big Les Claypool fan. Myself, Creative Tony, Dami Peralta, Neil Donardi, the great David Drutz. We will all be out at the Primus gig on the 30th of December. So if anybody in the community is going to those gigs, to look for us. We'll be around. And Tony, is that at the Fox, this
it's
gig?
At the Fox Theater in Oakland.
Okay.
Also, Buckethead Mark will be in attendance as well.
Oh, nice.
He'll be there. And also, I want to give love to the Jeff Faust and the Freestone Peaches. They're gigging up at the Hop Monk in Sebastopol on December 27th. If you happen to be up in the North Bay on Saturday, December 27th, they'll be up there. I'm going to check out the Guild this weekend. The Terrapin Family Band is playing Saturday and Sunday at the Guild this weekend. So
there's a lot going on this weekend. Phil's kid, Graham Lesh, is playing Sweetwater tomorrow night, and he sold it out.
Nice. Good for Graham. Good for him, man. That makes me very happy. And gosh, I miss Phil. I miss Phil a lot.
I miss Phil too, and I miss this time of year with the Grateful Dead, because Tony, that was the. I mean, Christmas was like almost like in the way of getting to New Year's back in the day, because you guys all know this. Every year, the Grateful Dead would do their 4-night run, usually in Oakland, and I miss those days so much, man. It was
to geek out on the holidays, man. McCoy Tyner, the piano player, John Coltrane's piano player, used to play a residency at Yoshi's every holiday season, and I used to go every year, and it was incredible. And also Charlie Hunter would do his residency at Yoshi's every December. So those two dudes would lock down at least 4 nights each, at least 4 nights, maybe it was 7 or 8 nights at Yoshi's, and it was just December. It was a guarantee. So I missed those shows. If you haven't seen Charlie Hunter, do yourself a favor, go out and see him play, because the guy invented his own guitar. The Novak. The Novak. And this is geeking out real quick, but just indulge me. He invented his own guitar. It's 8 strings. The bottom 3 strings are bass strings, and then the other 5 strings are guitar strings. So he plays bass guitar and lead guitar at the same time.
Get a laugh track ready, Tony. Get a laugh track of your choice ready. That sounds great and everything about this, the guitar with the bass and the strings and everything else. Does Charlie Hunter have any songs where he includes the word taint in his lyrics? Yeah, that's my question. If he doesn't, I'm not interested. All right, I'm just kidding.
I will say Charlie Hunter years ago brought out Norah Jones. Nobody knew who she was, and brought her out, and we were like, who is this?
By the way, speaking of Norah Jones, do you remember that story Shannon Kaler told us about how he actually approached Norah Jones at some freaking club in New York City a few years ago? Like, what a jackass. He's got like this thing for Norah Jones, and this is before he was a married man and everything. So I don't know what he was doing. He was in New York doing a gig with the Stone Foxes or something, and they wind up at some club, and he looks over. There's Norah Jones sitting there. And he's like, I'm going to go over there, man. And he actually like approached her to like introduce himself, and he was like all sweaty and his face was red, and he basically peed in his pants. He said ultimately like it went nowhere. She kind of ignored him the whole time. But every time I think about Norah Jones, I think about Kaler making his move. Hey Norah, it's me, Shannon, man. You know what I mean?
That's pretty creepy, dude.
Yeah, it's a true story. Yeah.
It's the best. It's the best. Paulie Escobar on the chat saying that he got to play with Charlie Hunter, the Charlie Hunter trio in middle school. Escobar, that's insane. We got to talk about it next time in person, dude. Charlie Hunter's one of my favorites, man. He's he used to play the Elbow Room, dude. The Elbow Room. He used to play the Elbow Room like every weekend, or was it a midweek? He had a residency there for years, man. God, talk about a club I miss dearly. The Elbow Room in the Mission.
Yeah, dude, the Elbow Room, brother. The Elbow. You know what I remember about the Elbow Room? They used to have one of those little photo booths in there. You could like sit in there, and they would like take pictures. I hopped in there a couple times. I did. Anyway, I can't get into that right now. I will tell you this: I can't. But I will say this, Tony. Escobar. I wanted to mention Escobar real quick. This is just a moment between me and Cheeks. Yo, Cheeks. keep an eye on your mailbox, bro. That's all. I'm just going to leave it there. But we something coming your way, and that's all I'm going to say. Just keep an eye on your mailbox within these next couple of days. Your entire life is about to get rocked.
Did you send him something to accentuate his cheeks?
No need for that. The cheeks they speak for themselves. I mean,
Okay.
there's nothing I can add. In fact, could you get them up there? Can you give me the crock? You have access to those cheeks? We haven't seen them in a long time. We're due. We're due.
I love it. We were going to start a Los D spot. And
We're getting there. No, we're working our way towards it. Working my way back to Los, babe. There it is. There it is.
We go. Yeah,
Escobar.
Yeah,
Christmas is coming early for you, brother. I'm telling you right now. I am so excited for you. Like, I'm so excited for what's coming your way. Anyway, you enjoy that, Escobar. Now let's get into a little bit of Carlos De La Fuente and flex funding. Of course, Carlos.
Calculator, probably. Let me get into the calculator.
Please get us in the calculator ASAP, brother. ASA freaking P. I'll start giving you the particulars about Carlos De La Fuente. If you're new to the show, what's up, JJ Raider? Good to see you, man. If you're new to the show, we have a professional finance guy in our corner. His name is Carlos De La Fuente. On the streets and to his friends, he's known as Los D. And I'll tell you what. He operates out of Flex Funding, and they handle all of your money concerns, your money goals, your money objectives, your money challenges, whatever those might be, because believe me, we all have them. It's been a tough year, man. It's a tough year. The economy's a mess right now. Everybody's having a hard time. And that being said, first of all, know this. You're not alone, right? You got to figure everything out. How am I going to pay for school? How am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to do this and that? You talk to Carlos and you tell him what your situation is. You have that honest conversation with Carlos, and there are any number of solutions to whatever is challenging you or whatever you're presented with right now. He is a mortgage broker. He can also handle private money loans. And the thing I like to reinforce about Carlos is this, like, the human being behind the business. Like, he is a great guy. He is a guy who has fundamental scruples. He's not gonna try anything shady with you. And that's always a concern with money guys, because you never really know what's going on or what they're doing to serve their best interest. Carlos is not like that. He will actually stop you from trying to do something that would wind up hurting you in the long run. So whatever the solution is to your challenges, talk to Carlos De La Fuente, and again, be honest about your situation and tell him what you're trying to achieve, and then you just let him go to work for you. He handles a variety of things as far as your mortgage goes, a HELOC loan, home equity lines of credit. That's one of his very specialties. He excels at those. And again, Carlos gets it done quickly. He can usually close within 7 or 8 days. You will never be hit with escrow fees or any title fees, no appraisal fees, no hidden fees of any kind, Tony. So reach out to Carlos and start the dialogue, 925-250-4894. I know a lot of you already know Carlos, but for those of you who haven't met him, he's a great dude. You can be very comfortable talking to him. And Tony, you know that too. He's just money.
Los, getting to know him over 2025 has been one of the shining stars of 2025. I said the same thing about Dom Peralta, Neil Donardi. Getting to know these people closely, and a lot of the people that come to our events, I feel exactly the same way. But Los, we talked about the whole trust factor of Los, and that we would never partner with somebody that we didn't know and trust and really admire. And Carlos is one of those people, and I can speak from experience to people that I'm friends with in San Carlos, Belmont, and on the peninsula that have called Carlos and have actually dealt with him and have had success with Carlos, and they come away saying, man, that was a great experience. That could have been, it was, my situation was very unique or very wacky or whatever, weird, and Carlos handled it, man. And so those people give me the reviews, but I also want to read you a review that just says it all about Carlos, man. And it's a little bit lengthy, but it's worth it. So stand by. This is from Rochelle in Vallejo. Okay.
Nice. Okay.
Rochelle says,
that's a home of Sly Stone, by the way, Vallejo, but go ahead, Tony. Yeah.
Vallejo and Mare Island, underrated.
Dude. Yes.
Underrated in the area.
Mare Island, man. They got little music festivals going over there sometimes. And I got to say, Vallejo greats would include, as I said, Sly Stone. And let's not forget world champion and Cy Young Award winner CC Sabathia. He's a Vallejo guy as well.
Nice. Also home of Marine World Africa, USA. When we were kids. Okay.
Dude, when I was a little kid, that was a big deal going to Marine World. Big deal. We're going to go see the freaking whale jump up in the air. Bro, that was a big deal back in the day. Dad, look, can we go to Marine World? Dude,
You know, it's funny,
Marine
I'm
World.
waiting for my kids to turn into roller coaster fans because I love roller coasters and they're not there yet. And so I'm just hoping that comes.
They got a whole bunch of them at Marine World up there. It's still there. Yeah, yeah.
Every time we drive to Tahoe, I point them out. I'm like, there they are, kids. We're gonna ride those one day.
Let me ask you a quick question. When your kids are of age, well, the first thing you have to, and by the way, we are in the middle of a Carlos spot, so let's make this quick.
Yeah.
But I think you'll appreciate this because he loves the Bay Area. I would say your first order of business is get them right down to the boardwalk in Santa Cruz and get them on the Giant Dipper. That's number one because that's my favorite. But here's my question: would you, if I gave you free tickets, all admission, like free pass for the day? I go, Tony, in this hand I got Marine World. In this hand I got Great America. Which are you choosing and why?
Ooh, boy. That's a really good question. I'd probably go Great America, probably.
Okay, just because there's more stuff. And,
and they got the demon, dude. The demon at the Great America. At Great America. You got to ride the demon. But we've done the Santa Cruz thing, but they see the Giant Dipper and they're not ready for it. So I'm just
it must be terrifying. It can be pretty scary when you're a little kid, that roller coaster. Yeah.
So I want them to get into that. Fingers crossed. But back to Rochelle in Vallejo, California. She says, some people may call him Carlos de la Fuente, but to me, he will always be the GOAT, the greatest of all times. He came recommended to me by a family member years before I was ready to buy a home. And out of his kindness and heart to give everyone a chance to purchase, he guided me towards what proved to be one of the most difficult, but at the same time, most rewarding experiences of my life. Using his recommendations, I worked hard to do my best to get ready for the purchase. And when it was time, Carlos went immediately into action and advocated for me at every turn. Yeah. Though we had to go through the paces, he was kind enough to check on me daily and encourage me to keep going and to let me know that it would be okay and we would make it through and be victorious. I honestly believe that if it wasn't for Carlos, I would be looking at renting for many years to come. He helped me believe that I could do it, and now I have done it. He is such a seasoned professional. He could tell me what could happen before it hit so that I could prepare myself for the roller coaster in this crazy market. We even had a very tight closing window working against us, but Carlos helped me hurdle over every obstacle. He goes, the only sad part in this whole experience is that I won't get to talk to Carlos every day now. Carlos for me was more than a senior loan consultant. He was like a brother to me, and I will be indebted to him for the rest of my life. How about that? She says, if you're ready to purchase and are thinking about making a purchase or a reverse mortgage or HELOC, there is no one else to call but Carlos de la Fuente. How about that?
Great review, Tony. Thank you for that. And thank you, Carlos, very much. We love you, brother. It's been a great pleasure getting to know you this year. And we're just getting started, man. Next year is going to be even better. I'm telling you, I can feel that right now. I think next year is going to be a big year for the show. I mean, this year was a big year for us. I mean, when Tony and I started this, we didn't even know Carlos. We didn't know Neil. Well, I knew Dr. Young, but I didn't know he was going to be a sponsor. And I knew Dom casually just through the old show, but I didn't really know him like I know him now. And I'm telling you, I just have a feeling, dude. It's like, call it particles, call it vibes, whatever. Tony and I were talking about this. I just think next year is going to be a big year. Another thing that was crazy about this year is when Tony and I launched this show, we had no idea about any of these relationships. And we also had no idea we would wind up being part of the Cron 4 family. Like that was totally unexpected. And what a great boon that has been for us. Like, I mean, so anyway, you never know what's down the road. And that's the message I was trying to get across to my friend, Nikki Black, last night. Like, it's a hard time she's going through right now, having been shown the door from the bone. And I'm going to try to get Nikki, if you guys are fans of Nikki Black, I know a lot of you guys know who she is. I'm going to try and get her on the show Monday just as a guest because Tony's out. And Dami and I will be holding it down and everything. But hopefully Nikki will be with us. And I forget why I started talking about that. Oh, just because of next year. I just have a feeling next year is going to be a big year. And same for her. She's going to be fine.
That's like my buddy Max Medina's, or our buddy Max Medina's t-shirt. He's a huge he's a Cal Bear alum, and he's a Cal Bear fan, of course. And he has a great t-shirt. It's a navy blue t-shirt with gold writing. It says, "We're going to be so good next year." And he wears it all the time to football games. It's pretty funny, but we are going to be, we're going to keep the evolution and the upward mobility in 2026. Paulie, I just wanted to let people know real quick, just to give them a roadmap for the rest of the year. Next Monday and Tuesday, you'll be on. And then Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the day after Christmas, we're going to play best of shows. And then the 29th and 30th, Monday, Tuesday, the 29th and 30th, you'll be on again. And then,
Regs, write those dates down. Say that again. Regs, here's your assignment, because Regs is going to be co-hosting a few shows here. What are the dates of that second week, Tony?
Monday, the 29th, and Tuesday, the 30th. And then New Year's Eve, then New Year's Day, and the day after New Year's, we're going to do best ofs as well. So, and then I will be back the following week. And then Polly and I will both reconvene on Monday, January 12th. The Particles will be back, and that will be 4 days after our 1-year anniversary of January 8th. So looking forward to it. Remind people, please go to YouTube and hit that like button.
Yeah.
Smash that like button, as Cheeks likes to say. And like and subscribe. And we got to hit that algorithm. We got to keep things working in our favor with the algorithm. I can't believe I have to say that. But at Polymax Particles on YouTube, the audio versions are always available on Spotify and Apple Music and TuneIn. Our playlist, PMP Playlist 25, available on Spotify and Apple Music. And you can see us on Instagram, on Blue Sky, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. And am I forgetting anything? I don't think I am. But
I think you hit it, man. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, very much. And by the way, correspondence, anybody who ever has any thoughts or ideas, or you just want to get in touch, you want to sponsor one of our segments, by the way, we'll get back into that in the new year. Guest sponsors for the music assignment, guest sponsors for Tony. Go ahead. What do you got?
On that note, January 16th, Friday, January 16th, we already have Napa Dude, a.k.a. Napa Dude, a.k.a. David. David Basham is going to host the musical assignment on Friday, January 16th, so we can start that all up again. We can show us your stubs again. Yeah. If anybody wants to get involved, if anybody wants to do hot and sour picks during the playoffs, if anybody wants to do bookmarks, studs and duds, we have all kinds of ideas, and we're going to.
How about Tony's top 3? See, I think it would be cool if we took a guest sponsor for Tony's top 3, and whoever sponsors it. Here's how I would envision this: somebody checks in and goes, "I want to sponsor a Tony's top 3," and then you dictate the 3 items to us, and then we'll go through a top 3 basically that you design. And to do that, just email us at paulyspod@gmail.com, and we will basically slot you as we get the email. So. Napa Dude has been slotted on that date because he came in first or second after.
No, he did. He came in after Sweet Mad Hatter and after Aaron Kask and after Patty from Napa. But also, Pauly, you can go to our YouTube channel, and after you hit the like button and subscribe, then you can go to the links, which is right below our bio. And in the links is the SF Marin Food Bank, which you can donate during the holidays. We should talk about that.
Do that.
Let's talk about that again tomorrow, Pauly. Let's revisit that tomorrow. And then also, you can click the merch link, which has the sign up for any of those segments to sign up to sponsor.
I'm gonna just throw this out there real quick, Tony, just because you mentioned that. I'm just letting you guys know this is the kind of stuff I'm trying to do, and maybe I can light a spark with somebody else out there to do the same. Is that even if you're, and I know we're busy, everybody's freaking busy as hell right now. You guys have no idea how slammed we are. Like when this show ends, we got to do a whole nother show. Then we got meetings, we got edits. It's a lot going on right now. But in San Rafael, where I live, there, if you drive down 5th Street, which is like one of the main kind of arteries through town here, you will drive by the police station, and right across the street from the San Rafael police station, there's the old police station and the old city hall. It's kind of like it's been closed down, so it's just like this kind of vacant building now. And this breaks my heart, but there has been like a homeless encampment over there, and that's popped up. There's a whole bunch of tents and stuff like that. And I try to get over there as often as I can, and I bring these guys and girls. It's pretty heartbreaking when you see what's going on over there, but there are a lot of people over there. They're really hungry. They're freezing cold. It's raining, and I try to go over there and give them some food, and I'm doing that today. I have a huge kind of bag ready to be dropped off. I'm just going to go over there, and they're the nicest people. They're nice people. I'm telling you, it's tough. So I'm just saying, if anybody else you got homeless people in your neighborhood, maybe you recognize the faces, you see these people a lot, give them a little something. Just drop off a bottle of water, drop off a freaking bagel, anything. I mean, these people are starving out there. So if you can't get to the bank, the food bank, or you can't make a donation, do something locally. If you can, it makes a big difference. I mean, the difference between somebody having something to eat on any given day or somebody just going hungry. And I don't like thinking about that. So I have a bunch of stuff I'll be dropping off. Please do the same if you can. That's all.
Yeah, Pauly, I love that. And the thought, and not to get too deep here, but like the thought I always have about anybody that's just in an unfortunate situation is they all started off as a baby held in somebody's arms, right? Whether it was the mother or the father, both, or aunts, uncles, grandparents, nurse, doctor, whatever. And I always envisioned that, like, they all started as this innocent child and baby, and just, the different paths happen for different reasons. So I always want to reach out and help our fellow human being, because we're all in this together at the end of the day.
man. That's all. That's all.
Yeah. So the SF Marin Food Bank link is on our YouTube page. If you click link, if you want to donate directly to the SF Food Bank, if you can't make it to the bank, you can donate right there on that link. And
awesome, Tony. Thanks for that shout out. That's killer, man. Thank you. And since we did that, and that's such a serious topic, why don't we break it up a little bit and get loose? And can we roll out of Tony's top 3 real quick?
Yes, we can. And then we got to do birthdays too, and then we also have to do Dr. Young too. So Dr.
All right,
Young.
so we'll go Tony's top 3. We'll go birthdays. We'll go Dr. Young, and then we can pretty much wrap it up. Although, no, we hit the game tonight. I will ask you one more football thing. We can talk about this tomorrow too, but just real quick, Oklahoma, Alabama tomorrow. We got a 5 p.m. kickoff, and this is an interesting game to me because Bama is playing in Norman. They're going to be in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Oklahoma. I can tell you, I've seen a lot of their games this year. If you don't know about the Sooners, the thing that is different about them this year is they have a defense. For the first time in a long time, they're like generally a high-powered offensive school from the Baker Mayfield teams. Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts was there. I mean, they were always putting tons of – they never had a defense. Now they do. And they went down to Bama and beat them about a month ago. Because their defense is solid and they're at home, it's going to be cold. I like the Sooners tomorrow, Tony, in that game. I know a lot of people like Bama. I just don't think this Bama team is the Bama that we've seen in the past. I mean, they're good, but they're not that good. I think Oklahoma finds a way tomorrow. How about you, T?
Oklahoma home dogs, dude. They're home dogs. I like the home dogs. And Paulie, last time Oklahoma beat Alabama, they sacked quarterback Ty Simpson 4 times, and that was without their main pass rusher, Mason Thomas. Mason Thomas is back for this game. I think the defense is going to be a big issue, like you just said, the Oklahoma defense. And then also, Paulie, I just feel like the home field advantage is going to be a big thing in this game. It may come down to a field goal or a special teams play or something.
Yeah,
I do like that dual threat QB, John Mateer.
I love Mateer, dude. He just seems like a kid I want to party with. You know what I mean? I just want to hang with this kid and have a couple of beers, talk ball. Yeah.
Yes. He does throw. He has the propensity to throw some picks. So I'm hoping
he's a little erratic. Yeah.
Yeah. Just tuck it and run, dude. Tuck it and run instead.
Yeah.
Here's the only stat that concerns me, Paulie. If Oklahoma wins, it would be the first program to beat Alabama twice in a season since 1893.
Damn.
How about that? And Oklahoma's won 4 of the past 5 meetings. So, it's going to be a dogfight. But I can't wait. Like,
I know.
Anybody who's against this playoff bracket, like Pecan, I was surprised Pecan was against the bracket because I'm like, dude, I am so excited for this weekend. It's literally nonstop football starting tonight, and you got a playoff bracket in college football instead of all these bowl games. I never could fully get into the bowl game bonanza. I really couldn't, man. Now that we have a bracket, now that we have teams playing it out for a national champion, I freaking love it, dude. And hey, if James Madison was to upset Oregon or Tulane was to upset Ole Miss, I'd be thrilled for them because that's a huge win for those programs. But I'm also rooting for Ole Miss because they're, because of what Lane Kiffin did to them. I'm also rooting for Ole Miss.
And Patrick Willis. And Patrick Willis is an Ole Miss guy. So that's how I always determine, all right, who am I rooting for? Well, which Niners played for this school? And I'll kind of give you my loyalties that way. Or if I have a friend who went to that school, I'm like, but I've Rags, our buddy Doug Heinrich, he went to Tulane. So you know what I mean? Like I might have a rooting interest in Tulane. I got Patrick Willis from Ole Miss. That's how I like roll out my loyalties for these games. Anyway, Tony.
Hey, Paulie, switching gears real quick before we get to top 3.
Yeah.
And I see the Robot Centaur just spawned this in my head. Dubs are at Phoenix during Thursday Night Football tonight. Are you going to be going back and forth? Are you not interested?
Yes, because you got to jump out of the freaking prime to get over to the thing. It takes like 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to get you on YouTube TV, Paulie. This way, if YouTube TV, you could be watching YouTube TV on your phone one game and your TV on the other game. Just that might be my 2026 New Year's resolution for you is get YouTube TV. But your main concern Thursday Night Football tonight or the Dubs and at Phoenix?
Well, I'll be honest. First of all, I got to check I think the Warriors are at 6, so it's definitely a conflict. They're right alongside each other. I'm probably going to do mostly football.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm probably going to do mostly Rams Seahawks, but I will be checking in on our Dubs, of course, because things are getting curious out there in Dubland. There's a lot of kind of drama, a lot of talking right now. Steve Kerr, Kuminga, leaked emails. It's getting a little messy out there.
You see where Steve Kerr said he's going to reward Kuminga because of his play and practice of late. He's going to reward him. Like, does that mean is he going to start Kuminga tonight, or is he going to play a lot of minutes? I doubt he can't start him. I don't think he's going to start him.
I think the best thing for the Warriors right now is simply go out there and beat Phoenix. Just get a win. Just get a freaking win and get the wheels back on. That'll kind of calm the waters a little. But they got to start finding a way to win some games. They had a nice start to the season. They've been skidding all around lately, and it's frustrating. I'm as frustrated as anybody. And again, I know I've said this a lot, but again, you cannot have Steph Curry hitting for 48 and then hang up a loss. You just can't have that. That's got to change. All right.
Look at little Jay. Little Jay Young says, I'm bringing in the second TV from the garage tonight for there's too much watchable sports. Paulie, real quick, do you think that Kerr is playing Kuminga more for the rest of the league to see him and make him more marketable
Could
more, to up his trade value? I don't know. God, we never finished the supers either. Gosh darn it.
Sorry, I know there's a lot going on. All right, dude, let's do our supers and then we'll do your top 3. Go ahead, buddy.
Okay, so Cheeks, Escobar Cheeks, he says, I didn't see it last night, but RIP Gil Gerard, Buck Rogers. So RIP Gil. Yes, dude. Very sad to see. Although I'm guessing he lived a pretty long and esteemed life. Born on January 23rd, 1943, passed away on December 16th. So
is this Gil Gerard the same? I got to look this up real quick. Is this the same guy who was in the Ted movies, the teddy bear movies, when they were partying with Buck Rogers? Is this the same guy?
Yes. It
is. Oh, that's too bad. He was funny as hell in those movies, dude. They're doing like coke together in the bathroom. Wahlberg and Buck Rogers. That's a bummer. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh man,
I know, it's sad, right? And then Paulie, we're moving on with the supers. Escobar one more time says, I mean, we went joyriding in the Mission as kids. Yeah, kids. 13 years old. And this is back to our initial topic, starting off over an hour or little under an hour ago when we talked about sneaking the car out as kids.
Yeah.
And he says, hashtag don't be meat curious. That's directed at me and my meat curiosity, a topic from last night's night flight.
I'm going to go over to Tony's. I'd say what I'm going to do come the holidays. I'm sneaking into Tony's house on Christmas Eve, and I'm going to hang like prosciutto on the tree. I'm going to drape prosciutto on all the branches. And then in the morning, you can come out and like eat some prosciutto, open your gifts and stuff like that. Yeah. Just provide Tony with the temptation. See how he handles it. I think
at Costco, it's either Costco or somewhere you can buy a whole prosciutto leg. And it comes on a stand, and somebody did that. Who did that years ago? And they're like, "Hey Tony, check out the prosciutto leg. Why don't you just take a slice?" And they had like a sword, a super sharp sword where you could cut your own.
I love prosciutto. I love prosciutto. It might be my favorite of all the deli meats, but I got to tell you right now, a leg is even too much for me. I'm not coming home with a leg under my arm. You know what I
mean, it is huge.
I know what it looks like. They're massive, dude. It's like a cow's leg, basically. You're coming home with.
Well, it's like sitting in the prosciutto room at the North Beach restaurant down at the basement.
Yeah,
where we had those Niners dinners. Stevie B is a super. Thank you, Stevie B, with the super. He says, my parallel parking was like getting girls back in the day. Sometimes I nailed it and surprised myself.
That's pretty accurate. Yeah.
Other times I had to watch someone else do it. That is a great super, Stevie B.
Yes, it is.
Very well put, brother. Thank you for the super. And then finally, Escobar Cheeks the third's on a roll today. Thank you, brother. He says, or you can come to Eddie's Sports Bar in San Mateo and see me. Escobar will be there tonight. Go to Eddie's Sports Bar, downtown San Mateo, right, Escobar? I'm pretty sure that's downtown. Is that on B Street, by the way, Eddie? My parents live in downtown San Mateo, so I'll tell them to cruise by and say, just walk in and ask for Escobar Cheeks the third. So
Escobar might have met your old man at the party last week. I don't know if he did or not. I don't know how many of you saw that. Tony's dad was at the Christmas party for a little while. I could have used a lot more. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't get enough Big Ed, but I'll take care of that down the road. Yeah.
He was busy party hopping. He's like, yeah, I'll swing by, but then I got to go to another Christmas party. I'm like, look at you, 81 years old, party hopping, dude. Okay, fine with you. Go on with your bad self. Now, Paulie, if you don't mind, I'm just going to take over the show for a moment, Paulie, if you don't mind.
Tony's top 3. Tony's top 3. Tony's top 3. Oh, I haven't fed the ducks in so long. It's been so long. Feels great to hear my duck anthem. And by the way, we're getting to the point where we got to start saying stuff like this. This will be the final Tony's top 3 of 2025. I hope it's a good one, Tony. Let's make this one count.
Well, dude, absolutely, man. And because tomorrow we get the musical assignment, we have our hot and sour picks. We got a loaded show tomorrow, so we're doing top 3 today. And Paulie, so fun to do this and create that the top 3 open. It was really fun to make and to get to feed the Ducks. Maybe this is a little foreshadowing that the Oregon Ducks are going to handle their business against James Madison. Also, if you missed it, check out last night's Night Flight. We highlighted Gary Busey's Christmas wishes that involved geese.
With the geese and the honking. Again, it's equal parts love and then equal parts concern for our guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like.
You know what? I was thinking about this, Paulie, because you're so right. But I like that he's just smiling big in the videos. And he's
he doesn't give a damn. He's
right.
A lot of people, a lot of so-called celebrities in his position would never allow themselves to even be seen. He embraces it. He's like, I know I'm nuts. I look like S, and here comes some riffs. Like, so I do. I admire like the chutzpah of a Busey. Yeah, I don't drop a lot of chutzpahs. I don't drop a lot of humbugs. But today's the day. Today's the freaking day. Yeah.
Chutzpah and humbugs. Nice.
All in the same sentence. You're only getting that here, folks.
All right. So you kind of touched on this earlier, but let's just revisit it for a moment. Thursday night football game, huge matchup tonight. We're all on the Seattle bandwagon because if the Seahawks win, then the Niners have their fate in their own hands, hosting the Seahawks last week of the season. So, what is that? January 6th? No, January 4th, I believe it is, or January 3rd. Anyways, they'll be wearing their rivalry blacks. Can't wait to see those. Paulie, Seattle hosting the Rams tonight. Who's going to win the game? And who's going to be the standout player in this game for you?
All right. Okay. I'll take a shot at this. I like the Rams. I think the Rams are going to win tonight. And I would say the star of the game will be one of the two. I mean, this is low-hanging fruit, obvious choices, but I do think it's going to all come down to Matt Stafford and his performance. Will he have time in the pocket? Will he be able to look downfield? He usually does. He'll find a way. Or Puka Nacua, it could easily wind up having a big game. And boy, he's in the news with this whole referee thing. But I think he'll back it up on the field. I mean, he's a hell of a player. So I think either Stafford or Puka will be like the standouts. And I do like the Rams.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's give. There is weird vibes with Puka. You mentioned it. He was on with that Aiden Ross. He was a live streamer, a big time live streamer, younger kid. He was on his show. And we played it last night on the Night Flight about Puka talking about the refs. Now they're humans. They want to be on TV. That's why they throw the flags. And so creating weird vibes around him. So for karmically and vibe wise, I think that works against the Rams tonight.
Tony, sorry to interrupt you. Hold on one second. This looks like we have an important interruption. Hold on. All right, I'm just getting a report here from one of our other PNP Sports Desk correspondents. Of course, yes. I'm talking about Pine Needle.
Yep. Pine
Needle checking in going, Puka is in the news for his anti-Semitic moves, and he issued an apology, but he might get suspended. I have to plead ignorance on this. I somehow missed the story. What is that about, Tony?
I know that it's like an anti-Semitic dance or touchdown celebration he's doing. I don't know anything about it either because
I had not heard this. I feel bad. I wish I had been informed. I didn't know about this.
I just know that if there's any sort of hint of that, then it needs to be shut down. So
anti-Semitic dance. Wow, that's news to me. Okay, I didn't know this. Oh, Robot Center, it's all related to the live stream. Okay, I'll have to check that out. I'll have to watch the entire live stream. But this is all news to me. Thank you for sharing that. I did not know. That makes me feel like I don't want to. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, it's kind of like maybe this is me just being ignorance is bliss kind of a thing. When I see a headline like that, I don't even want to read it because I don't even want to know about that ugliness. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
But I will say that like the veterans on the Rams, there's a weird vibe on the Rams too with Puka right now, because the veterans on the Rams came down on Puka for trying to live stream in the locker room.
Yeah, that's whack. I don't know what the hell that's about. No one's gonna support that.
What are we doing, dude? Like, come on, like that's not cool. That's a private spot. Paulie and I have talked about this. Being members of the media and being in the Giants clubhouse or the 9 to locker room is a weird feeling.
It is not my bag. I know a lot of reporters and beat writers, they like that. They have to be there every day. But every time I go in there, I'm like, when can I leave? When can I get out of here?
Bring me out of here. Yes.
The only time I enjoyed it was in the heyday of the Giants because we had friends on that team. We were close with a lot of those guys, like Sergio Romo. We had a great relationship with him. We had a good relationship with Tim Lincecum, Affelt. There was all these cool guys to hang out with. But other than that one period of time, I've never liked being in there. Aubrey Huff with his junk swinging around. I don't need it. You know what I mean?
It's a bizarre thing. So that's a private place for the players. So I understand why the veterans of the team are like, dude, shut that ass down, man.
Yeah,
so
I didn't know about that. That bums me out, but it's good. I'm glad you guys told me. Thank you. Yes.
There's weird vibes with Puka. So I wonder if that, translates on the field. And then also I like the Seahawks based on, I feel like Stafford might, I mean, he's still putting up big numbers, but I could see him throwing a pick or two tonight.
Yeah, you've said that a bunch. You're feeling that.
And being the difference in the game, he's thrown a few in the last couple of weeks, and he went solo. He's only has 5 total on the season, so he's having an incredible year. But quarterbacks can go into slumps the same way pitchers or hitters in baseball can get into slumps. And so I'm wondering if there's a little bit of a slump, especially if the Seattle defense just stays in his grill all game long and forces the run game to beat them. So I like the Seahawks tonight only because of the home field advantage and Darnold. Hopefully he's going to game manage it better and not try to force some things, and get Smith and Jigba in the mix, get Walker and Charbonnet in the mix, and other tight ends. Like, let's go. I mean, and again, it's more heart than head on this. That's kind of tipping the scales for me because I want Seattle so bad to win. But it's going to be a battle. I think it's going to be a very close game because, like we said earlier in the show, Darnold threw 4 picks on November 16th.
Yeah,
at the Rams, and it still was it came down to a field goal. So it's going to be interesting, man. And 2 great coaches too. You got McVay on a sleigh, and you got what's his name, Daniel up there too. So actually, it's forcing me. I got to do it, Paulie, just because. Why not? It's Friday, and we're in Tony's top 3. We can start with McVay on a sleigh. You said you want this as a Christmas card.
I do so bad. That's my only regret this year is I didn't get this image on a Christmas card to send out to everybody, because that's as good as it gets, man. One of our great moments right there. Thank you, Don. By the way, hey, Lily Merchant, I see you on the board. I just wanted a little private message from me to Lily. I'll do it publicly. I have not forgotten about your request for the Billy Idol White Wedding, White Christmas. I'm going to try to get that on the air for tomorrow, just for you, Lily. So tune in. I'm going to try to get it there.
Also, I just want to say Robot Centaur got this whole thing started with McVay when we were talking about Up on the Shelf, and we said McVay on the Shelf, and the Robot Centaur said McVay on the Shelf, which led to McVay on a sleigh. Yeah. And then there was one other one that Dom made. If you just indulge me for a second, Paulie, it was
sure.
It was McVay doing the Heisman, which there we go. There it is.
I like the other elves taking his picture. You know what I mean? They're snapping shots. Yeah. That's good. These are so good. They're so good.
So good. So thank you guys. Thank you guys all for sending those. I think Mark Gravy also sent in one of him making snow angels. So great stuff. McVay will be in full effect tonight. So we'll just see what happens.
All right, give me number 2. Moving on. What do you got number 2?
Number 2, we're moving on. Usually number 3 is the non-sports related one, but number 2 and 3 are going to be non-sports related today, Paulie. As we go into the holidays and we go into Christmas, I just like to hunker down, a hot cocoa or a hot toddy or whatever, and then fire in the fireplace and put on Christmas movies, right? Holiday movies.
Yeah.
So if you had to give me you can give me your top 3 or your favorite holiday movie, give it to me. Wow. And I'll give it back to you.
Would you mind going first? Because I have to think about this for a second. I'm not really, honestly, go. Let me think, but you go first.
Yeah, number 1 has to be for me is just the Christmas Vacation. Clark Griswold.
It's a great one, dude. The squirrel in the tree. Come on, man. Come
my
on.
son, they had today was the day they did like the whole Spirit Week for the holidays, and my son today went to school as Clark Griswold. So that was a very proud dad moment for me. He went to school holding we have the moose glass that they drink the eggnog out of. We have one of those at the house. So Dom went as Clark Griswold today, Christmas Vacation. That's my number one. I do love Elf. I do love a Christmas Story as well. So those, I would give those three. And I got to give love to Christmas Chronicles, the more recent Christmas movies with Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn as Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
I got to watch that. P1 Chuck has been bugging me to watch that for several years now. I got it. Is that on Netflix? Is that where that's housed?
Yeah, Netflix. And there's two of them. First, and watch them in that order too, because it's a storyline, ongoing storyline.
Well, all right. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say,
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
What?
I just want to say, I mentioned this at the beginning of the show too. I love Scrooged. I love Scrooged.
You just stole my thunder. I was that good.
Sorry.
It's okay. Sorry. But I do like Scrooge, and I'll tell you why. I remember seeing that in Boston when I was in college. I remember going to the theater.
Theater?
I did. Yeah. Nice. I remember the whole night. It's weird how you remember like certain things like that, but I do. I remember being in the theater watching Scrooge. I really enjoyed it. It's a nice story. And I got to say also with Scrooge, you get the added bonus of David Johansen, aka Buster Poindexter, driving the cab and just talking crazy to Bill Murray the whole time. And never forget, you also get Bill Murray. There's like a flashback scene where Bill Murray is thinking back to his life when it was simple and he wasn't rich and wasn't a big executive. And he's smoking a J with, I think her name is Karen Allen, who was really cute. I always liked her. And she was yeah. Is that her name? Karen Allen? Anyway.
No, she was in Raiders of the Lost Ark too.
Yes, dude. Yes. Anyway, so Scrooge would be mine. And even though this one's not a formal like feature length film, I got to shout out the original Boris Karloff voicing of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I love that one. Nice. He puzzled, and his heart grew 3 times the size or whatever. It comes down the hill with the freaking presents. I love the Grinch. So I'll go Grinch and I'll go Scrooge, Stoney.
Nice. And this isn't a movie, but I also got to give love to the Burl Ives Frosty the Snowman. It just epic. It's like a 20 minutes or half an hour show that they show every year with the it's not claymation, but it's whatever those figures are made out of. And the snowman just kind of scoots along the snow, and Burl Ives comes out with his plaid vest, and it's just the best. It's just
Aaron Kask, dude. Aaron Kask. Niagara Falls, Frankie. Great call, brother. Great call. That's David Johansen, former lead singer of the New York Dolls. Rest in peace, by the way. Rest in peace, David Johansen. I know they're all checking out.
Great call.
Yeah.
All right, and Paulie, and number 3 on Tony's top 3 as we wrap up the 2025 calendar year, and tomorrow's our last show together. Like we said, a few more shows on the docket for you within the next coming weeks. I think 4 shows total. But number 3 on Tony's top 3, New Year's resolutions are coming up, Paulie. 2026 New Year's Eve. I'll be with you on December 30th for Primus. On New Year's, are you a New Year's resolution guy? And if you are, give me one for 2026.
Well, I'm not really a resolution guy, and I'll tell you why. When I was younger, I tried to do that, and it never worked. By January 3rd, I'm right back up to my old tricks. You know what I mean? Maybe I give you a day, 2 days of the new promise, and I'm like, yeah, F this. Give me whatever I'm supposed to be swearing off of. So, no, I'm not really a resolution guy. But let me see if I can come up with one real quick. One that I probably won't uphold, but let me see if I can come up with something.
Oh, nice.
I'm really stumped because I'm not a guy. I'm not a resolution guy.
How about do something more that you enjoy? What about something more that you enjoy that you need to do more of?
I'd like to eat. This is the first thing to pop into my head. I'd like to eat more salmon, if that makes sense. I would. The only thing scaring me away from salmon is the price tag, Holmes. I go in and buy a piece of salmon. They're like, $25, please. I'm like, what? So it's an expensive meal, but I actually have been like not eating as much salmon because of the price tag lately. But that's my, if I have one, that's it. Eat more salmon in the new year. And I have an amazing salmon recipe. I'm going to share it with everybody right now. Here it comes. Here's my Christmas gift to all of the culinary chefs out there. I think I've said this one other time. My mom turned me onto this. It's so easy. It's so good. Here it comes. You get your piece of salmon. You get a little pot on top of the stove, and here are the ingredients. It's very simple. You melt butter, okay? Little butter.
Yeah.
And then you let that thing melt. And what you do is you pour the butter over the salmon. You salt it up. You pepper it up. And then you cook that bad boy. When it comes out of the oven, ready, Tony? Ready? You drizzle the brown sugar on top.
Ooh,
Phenomenal.
yeah.
Phenomenal. Give it a shot. It's the butter. It's the brown sugar. It's a great combo. Anyway, but that's mine. What's your New Year's resolution, Tony? Dazzle me.
Eat more salmon, Paulie. That's a great. And by the way, get wild, not farmed. Just, I'm sure you already know that.
What am I going to do? I'm going to buy a farmed fish? Who am I? What am I? No, I'm not doing it. You don't even have to say that. Come on.
Dude, it's weird that you would pick fish because you know what I really want to do more of in 2025?
I don't.
The actual act of fishing. I've only gone fishing like literally less than 5 times in my entire
We
life.
got to change that. We're going to have to change that. And I can help facilitate your resolution. Let me explain why. My buddy, you mentioned him in the show earlier today, as a matter of fact, Jeff Faust, bass player of the Freestone Peach. He's been on the show. He has a new place up in the freaking mountains. It's like about an hour and a half north of where I am. And I'm forgetting, is it not? It's I think it's near Clear Lake, but it's not Clear Lake. It's up that way. He lives on a lake, Faust.
Nice.
And he took me out in his rowboat. I talked about it on the show. Dude, I caught 5 bass that day. 5. I spent one afternoon with Faust.
Nice.
We may or may not have been puff given with the fish out there. But we're in the rowboat, you know what I mean? We're rowing around, we're catching fish. So I'm just saying, I can help that happen, Tony. I can help your wish come true. Yeah.
Well, and my son, Dom, like when we were up in Bend, Oregon on the Deschutes River, all he wanted to do was go fishing. Let's go fishing.
Has he fished yet? Has he ever done it?
Yeah, we did. We did it a few days. We did. We never caught anything, but we did. And I want to do it more. I've been on one fishing charter out in the bay, and I caught some fish, and I was like, okay, I get it now. I totally get it. It was super fun, and it was catch and release, you know, but you would catch these halibut or you catch these striped bass. I caught a couple of like mini sharks. It was such a trip.
Nice. Fishing rules, dude. It's great. It's a great way to spend an afternoon. Very relaxing. You're at one with nature. And by the way, just for the record, I put all the bass back. You know what I mean? I didn't take them home or anything. I put them all back in the water after I caught them. But yeah, dude, we'll make this happen. We'll take a little field trip up to Faust's house. You'll love it, dude. He is he's like Bruce Lee with a fishing pole. He's got like on the boat, he had like 4 or 5 different poles with different baits and rigs. And I'm a novice, but this dude is like, he's super hardcore. Yeah, we'll make that happen in the new year. That's a great resolution.
Speaking of Jeff Faust, he's got a great idea for a segment in 2026 that we'll 2026.
Yeah.
He's got a great idea. We're going to put our heads together over the break and see if we can make it come to fruition, have it come to fruition in 2026. So, Paulie, that wraps up Tony's top 3. The last thing I want to do, we have to tell people the musical assignment for tomorrow. And we also have our hot and sour picks we're going to give tomorrow. Yeah. We celebrated Keith Richards' birthday at the beginning of the show. Yeah. If you can give me the soundbite one more time. Give me the soundbite.
Sure. This is Richards talking about the backstage scene at any given Rolling Stones show.
And there's other guys that just burst in your dressing room and say, "Where's the dope?" You know?
I know. It's incredible, dude. Yeah.
I cannot get enough of that soundbite. And I've been hearing that for literally 20 years.
It still rules. You know where I got that? Rick Ganji gave me that. Our old buddy Rick Ganji. He had like this Keith Richards interview on tape, and we cut it up, and I pulled it from that. So yeah, it's like from around like 97. It's old, that cut.
Freaking rad.
Yeah.
But so also happy 79th birthday to Steven Spielberg.
Okay, nice. Thanks for Close Encounters. I love Close Encounters. Dude, wah. Give me one, for God's sakes.
Come on. Dude, how about thanks for Jurassic Park? Thanks for E.T.
Yeah. How about what are some of his other ones? Jaws? He did Jaws, for God's sakes.
Yeah, he's an amazing mind. And so happy birthday to him. Brad Pitt. Now try and guess Brad Pitt's age, because I was surprised when I saw him.
He looks so damn good. I mean, he's one of these guys. Dude, he took his shirt off in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I almost cried. I'm like, damn it. You guys killing me. Because he looks like he's in his 30s, but I know, and I'm like, damn, I should probably try to look like that too. It's never going to happen. I think that he is, I'm going to guess and say 65.
Oh, dude. Okay, so he's 62.
Okay.
So yeah, I thought he was definitely under 60.
Well, that's
so,
because he looks so effing good.
yeah.
The guy looks so effing good. You know what I
Maybe
mean?
a new New Year's resolution. Follow whatever workout regimen Brad Pitt. He's probably got all this. That's why these actors that they look so good because literally they pay people to basically whoop their ass every day.
Well, that's their job. They got to
Right.
look good on camera. I mean,
Right.
they got to maintain that physique and stuff. Yeah, I wish I had that. Like, give me a whole team of trainers in here. I'll start looking like that too.
By
At some
the way, Scarlet Fire on the chat. She says, "Hot take: overrated actor."
Brad Pitt. Yeah, that's cool. I'm not going to argue that. Although
He's not a great actor. He's not a great actor by any means. No,
but I
He's
did
not.
love him in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood as the stuntman, Cliff Booth. I mean, what a great role that was, dude. Yeah.
Totally. In California, go back to the movie California. And watch
Oh,
that.
dude, scary. In fact, here's another one he did with Tarantino. That's a great role. His role, I forget the guy's name, but the role he has in Tarantino's Inglourious Bastards, where he plays like the Nazi hunter. That's a great character too. He's like from the South, from Tennessee or something. It's really good. Good flick. Great flick, actually.
Great call. For any wrestling fans, Stone Cold Steve Austin, 61 today.
Nice.
Katie Holmes. How old do you think Katie Holmes would be? Can you guess Katie Holmes?
I mean, geez,
right? I know I'm putting you on the spot.
She always looks like such a little kid to me. Like she just has like a very young look. I would say, I don't know, 40, 41?
47. Patty from Napa almost nailed it. Noemi and Patty both almost nailed it. 47.
Okay. Yeah.
Christina Aguilera, 45 today. And then Billie Eilish, a young 24 today. All these birthdays. And then we have some heavenly birthdays, Paulie.
Okay.
Actually, Jaden Daniels, also quarterback of the Commanders, turned 25 today.
Okay.
But heavenly birthdays, Ty freaking Cobb today.
Wow.
Ty Cobb. DMX is no longer with us, right?
I don't think he is. Yeah, I think he's left us. Yeah.
Dude, Bobby Keys.
Played great sax solo on Can't You Hear Me Knocking, among others. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Did you know that Bobby and Keith shared the same birthday? I never knew that.
No, I will tell you this too. But Bobby Keys was also in the Expensive Winos with Keith. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was in both bands. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, he could freaking blow, man. And then, dude, I always wanted to be a gangster. Ray Liotta.
I was watching that last night. That was on after the night flight. I got some good fellas in me. It was on night Showtime or something like that. Yeah, rest in peace. Ray Liotta was a very underrated actor. He had like a very specific kind of style. This thing. You know what's a great Ray Liotta flick? If you guys haven't seen this, look for it. It's really good. It's called Something Wild. Something Wild with Melanie Griffith. If you've never seen it, dude, it's a really good flick from the 80s. Yeah,
will do, man. Yeah, just he would left us way too early, man. So,
I know. I was really pumped, and I think it's fine. Oh, dude, actually, no. I was gonna say. I thought his final role was in that David Chase movie. It was like a prequel to The Sopranos. He did a few years ago. The Saints of Newark. Many Saints of Newark.
Yeah.
Ray Liotta has a role in that, but that's not. I forgot. You know what his last role ever was? This is crazy. Cocaine Bear. If you remember Cocaine Bear, where the bear eats all the cocaine and goes crazy.
That's
True story. Apparently, Ray Liotta is in that. He plays like a gangster, I think, in that, something like that. It's a very funny movie, but that was the last thing he ever did. Yeah.
Well, then don't forget he was Shoeless Joe, Field of Dreams. Yeah, Scarlet Fire. He was in Field of Dreams.
And Noemi, Copland, 100%. What's he say? Run away, Figsy. Go ahead, run away, Figsy. Shout out Figsy. Okay. Figsy. He plays a guy named Figsy. All right, Tony. Any other birthdays, buddy?
That's it, buddy. Just I couldn't get over it. When I kept looking him up, I'm like, damn. So,
let's do it's a good day, and thank you for those, Tony. Let's do Dr. Young spot, and then we're gonna go eat some lunch, everybody. And then we got to do another show for Kron. So let's wrap after this, but we cannot go anywhere before we talk about Dr. Matt Young, the great services. In fact, Tony, I'll give you the broad strokes. I'm gonna hand it over to you. I know it's a big day for your family with Dr. Matt Young. Now, for those uninitiated in the PMP community, if you are looking for a new dentist, I cannot emphasize how great of a dude this guy is, how great his work is. He is the president of the American Academy of Implant Dentistry. Any kind of implant procedure, if you're looking, you need some new stuff in your mouth, he's the guy. Dr. Young is like considered pretty much the best in the country at that. info@youngdentalsf.com. Email him anytime. Inquire about an appointment and tell him we sent you. Say, hey, Paulie Mack said I should give you a call. Believe me, he's all in, man. 415 392-8611. I want to thank Dr. Young for friendship and for the support he's shown this show all year long. Thank you, Dr. Young. He's located down in Union Square, 490 Post Street. But again, like I said, I'm going to let Tony kind of take the wheel on this because it's a big day for you and Dr. Young.
As we speak, Paulie, literally as we speak, my kids are at Dr. Young's office.
Nice.
Getting worked on as we speak. They got yanked out of school. They were so, dude, by the way, if you want to get your kids excited for the dentist, first of all, tell them it's Dr. Young and tell them the stories about the Young Dental Group. And then also tell them that you're yanking them out of school to get them up to the dentist. So they are at the dentist right now. And I cannot wait to hear back about their experience. And I'm going to get some secondhand reports from them and report back tomorrow for Dr. Young, because I promise you, they're going to have a wonderful experience. And I texted Dr. Young this morning and he responded back saying, I saw that they're on the slate for today. I'm excited to see them and have them come in. So, and I don't think he's met them before. So this is great. I'm really excited for all of them. And I can't wait to hear their stories because it's like we talk about. It's making the dental experience enjoyable. And Megan and the kids, they're going to go frolic around downtown San Francisco in Union Square and maybe get the ice skates on and do exactly what we talk about, is that you turn it into a day in the city.
Yeah.
If you can do an afternoon on the weekdays, great. If you can't do the weekdays, guess what? They're open on Saturdays. Get in there on a Saturday and then go frolic around San Francisco, especially during the holidays. It's such a fun time of year. Go down to Fisherman's Wharf, go down to Union Square, go along the waterfront. It's just glorious, man. And so they stay open until 4 o'clock on Saturdays, open to 7 p.m. on weekdays. It's Dr. Young and the Young Dental Group. Call them. They will get you in. They will work with your schedule, and they will get in at a time that works for you because they're open 6 days a week. 415-392-8611, 415-392-8611, or email them, and they will respond very quickly. info@youngdentalsf.com. And they take most insurances, by the way, because my wife's insurance is wacky. So they I forget what the name of it is or whatever, but they take that too. So they take most insurances. Email them info@youngdentalsf.com.
Perfect, Tony. Thank you, brother. And I would add one more thing to that before we wrap today, which is when you see Dr. Young, Tony talked about how it actually becomes like a pretty good hang session when you're there. I know it sounds crazy, but it really is. Don't forget to request the headphones.
Oh, dude, I told the kids this morning. I said, when I dropped them off at school, I said, don't forget to ask for the headphones. So I'm dying to know what they asked. Like, I could just see, like, you know, my daughter being like, yeah, can I get some Sabrina Carpenter? And I promise you that Dr. Young probably has Sabrina Carpenter.
He'll answer the bell. He goes, I got her right here. You want Sabrina? Here she is. Bam, right there. Yeah. I generally ask for the Rolling Stones. I don't know why. I feel like I need some Richards when they're working on my mouth. I don't know. It works for me. And by the way, yes, and thank you, Dr. Young. Get the headphones. Go see Dr. Young. You'll thank us. I promise. The guy's money. I want to thank Big Al in Chino. Big Al in Chino. Final words of the day. He alerted us to
Chico.
What did I say?
Chino.
Sorry about that. I don't know why I said Chino. Chico. Why did I say Chino? I didn't mean that. Yeah, Big Al and Chico. Here's the situation. He alerted us to this when you were reading the Dr. Young information. Puka Nakua, we got two updates for you. Last thing today. First of all, Nakua's brother has been arrested for this is on ESPN.com. This is legit right now. He's been arrested over the theft of the Lakers car you were talking about. What a jackass this guy sounds like. Yeah. And then finally, the leading story on ESPN. Right, it's crazy what I learned today on the air. Puka Nakua has apologized formally for his gesture, for the offensive gesture. And again, I got to go look at this. I didn't know.
Now he's trying to change the particles. He's trying to change the vibe.
I know. Now I feel bad about picking the Rams. This is going to all blow up in my face. That's all right. I deserve it. He has apologized. He claims, quote, I had no idea the gesture was offensive. I got to look at it before I can comment on this one, but I'm just letting you know that everything we talked about today is accurate, and it just hit ESPN.com. So his brother's been arrested. Hell of a day for the Nakua family. Brother's been arrested, and Nakua is apologizing for his offensive gesture, and I still need to take a look at what that is, but just wanted to pass that along as we wrap. And final thing, final thing. Music assignment tomorrow. We do not have a guest host, but again, it can be yours anytime. Just give a donation to the show, and we like putting you guys on the air because it gives us a chance to kind of kick it around. with you guys, get to know you guys, see some faces. We love that. So the more the better. Anytime you're interested, paulyspod@gmail.com. We do not have a guest host tomorrow, so I'm going to throw this out there. This is my only idea that I have. Since it's Tony's last show of this year, and we won't see Tony again until 2026, I started thinking about like New Year's and like New Year's celebrations. What does it all mean? I'm getting to the point now, Tony. I'm just being honest. Like, I've been to so many New Year's gigs, and we'll go to the Primus gig on the 30th this year. But to me, that's all New Year's represents. To me, it's like a chance to go see some good live music and wrap up the year with a band that you enjoy or a musician you enjoy. And after that, what is it? It's a freaking number, right? We're going from 25 to 26. Ooh, big deal. Like, to me, I don't know. You can make a big deal out of it. I just don't feel it that much anymore. So I'm going to say, how about this? Since it really is only a number, right? You got to buy your new 26 calendar. How about we do songs with numbers in the title or songs about numbers? And there's actually a lot of them. If you think about it and start rooting around, you'll be surprised. There's a lot of numbers. So that's it. That's the assignment. Give me a song about numbers. Give me a song with a number in the title, and we'll display those tomorrow. And this will be our final edition to the PMP 25 playlist, because then we'll have to do a 26 next year. And I think, Tony, as we stand, we have over, ready for this? Let me confirm this before we say goodbye. I just want to tell you the length, the amount of time you can spend listening to this playlist. Stand by. Here it comes. Okay, PMP playlist, dude. 12 hours and 21 minutes of music. So you could drive to LA and back and just listen to this playlist.
And have no repeats.
No repeats. Not a one. And there's some good stuff on here. I'm scrolling through it right now. Look at this. We got the Misfits, the Bee Gees, the Clash, Widespread Panic, Goose, Pearl Jam, Starship, Kenny Rogers.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, the B-52, Psychedelic Furs, Van Halen, Neil Francis, Rat, Zeppelin, Bruce Springsteen, the Beach Boys, Sly Stone, Boston, the Grateful Dead, Ozzy, Sabbath. This is crazy. Anyway, you guys enjoy the playlist. We'll do our final update tomorrow. So songs about numbers, send them in. All right, Tony, take us home. Give me the crossfade. Give me the David Lee. Give me everything you got.
Tomorrow, musical assignment, hot and sour picks, Niners, Colts chatter, NFL Week 16 chatter, college football playoff chatter. It's going to be a fun Friday show. I'm really looking forward to it, Pauly. And as we say goodbye today, we were going to close the business time.
Business hours are over, baby. It's business time.
Before we play Diamond Dave, Pauly, Lily Merchant was a super a little while back, and I did not get to it. She did this at 1:14 p.m. I apologize, Lily. Thank you so much for the super. She says, thank you, Pauly, for the Billy Idol holiday album recommendation. I can't stop playing it, and I'm reminded why I enjoy his music. Yes, Lily, I'm so glad you got that album. That album is so good. I'm glad you like it.
Hey, if anybody wants to go super deep on Billy, I thought I'd be getting into this, but final thing of the day. If you're a Billy Idol fan, or you're like Tony, you're Billy Idol curious, right? You're Billy Idol curious. BI curious, we call that, ironically. Nice. Look into his band before he launched his solo album. He was in one of the original English punk bands called Generation X. And there's some good stuff, dude. Generation X has some good stuff. I recommend Kiss Me Deadly. That's the one I like the most by Generation X. Anyway, check those out. And Lily, I'm going to try to get your White Wedding, White Christmas on tomorrow for Tony's last show. So tune in and give your dog a big smooch for us. And Tony, that's all I got. So back to you.
I'm gonna reprise the business time close because I enjoy it.
Business hours are over, baby. It's business. It's business time. Class dismissed.
All right, Tony, well done. Fun show today. Great to be with you guys again. Enjoy your Thursday. This is going to be a hell of a ball game tonight. Go Dubs. Just give me a win in the desert. Cut the crap. Win a game. Beat the Suns. Let's get the wheels back on this damn thing. And we will see you tomorrow for Tony's last show. It's the last waltz because it's the last dance. Last chance for love. We're going to get into all of that tomorrow. Creators Tony's send-off. I'll be back with you guys next week, but Tony's gone. So we're going to go out strong. We'll see everybody tomorrow at high noon. Enjoy your Thursday. Enjoy the ball game tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow, guys. Cheers, y'all.
Go Seahawks. Peace.